Are we going yet? Yeah. Hey, this is Bart. Highway blues, guitars, banjos, ukuleles, and sometimes mad scientist pickup winder. I started winding pickups copying Elmar's original Flatpup. This is a beautiful pickup. Look how thin that is. That's 1/8 of an inch, I believe. Pretty thin. It's nice because you don't need to build up the neck to put it on. You just drill a hole for the wires. And here's how it sounds. Going through a Roland Micro Cube. This is on the clean channel. And we'll go to the British channel. Now, as I was winding pickups, I kind of got into trying to make them hotter and hotter, and in doing so, it's kind of a nightmare. Like these last 2 weekends, I ruined 3 ounces of wire. This wire is thinner than your hair. This pound, I used, pretty much kicked it. I can't use it anymore because there's hardly any left. Of 42 AWG from Remington. It is it's the kind that has the insulation that melts off when you solder it. Anyhow, I ruined 2 miles of this wire in building these pickups. Okay, I sent one to Del Puckett, and he was nice enough to make a video and endorse me, and so then I got an order from a fellow in France, and another one here in Missouri with hot sauce kitchen guitars, and that's BDAV. And so anyway, I thought I would make a video trying out some of these with different resistance, because as I was having trouble winding, trying to get that magical 3,000 ohms or whatever that a lot of these pickups have, I got to looking at how nice and neat Elmar had wound his, if you can see that, and how thin it was compared to some of mine that are quite a bit thicker. And I thought, I never actually tested to see what the resistance was of his. 900. Wow, 900. So then that's what this sounds like. Okay. So I wanted to do a test and see, because maybe one of the advantages of having a really thin pickup is you don't have to reinforce the neck. You can just slide it in. I had to actually get one of my guitars that has a really high action here, so that I could fit some of the fatter ones in that I've made. So we're going to do them all just on this guitar, and we're going to start out with one of my homemade ones that's at 900, and it's just like Elmar's, very thin. Okay, so I'll put that under here, and it's important that the magnets be where the strings are, and I'm going to, let's see, bear with me here. Okay, so I'll try to keep this right over here. Oh, and I better tape it in place. That's the British channel. Huh. But I can see that my magnets actually aren't lined up. So let me try this again. Use a different piece of tape. This is not that easy to try to just tape a pickup in place. Okay, this should sound a little better. Okay, and again, that's in the clean channel, and then okay, so that is quite a bit like Omar's. I think actually mine sounded a little bit hotter maybe. And that was 900. I'm going to put on my mad scientist reading glasses so I can, because I wrote what they were on the back. Yep, 900. We'll go up in power to 1600. Back to clean. Is that right that I'm on clean? I think with one thing to bear in mind with these extremely flat pickups, that it's good to have them close to the strings, and so you can see the action is so high, or the not the action here, but the distance from the box is so high that this one actually doesn't seem quite as loud as the one previous, but it actually has more ohms. Okay, we'll go to the next one. Next one up is, let's see, this is 36, 2,500, 2,500. All right. These both are the same. This one's for BDAV. It's got a metal pickup guard on it. We're starting off on the clean channel. So do you hear that buzz? Until I touch here. So at 2500, I'm starting to hear some 60 cycle hum. That of course goes away when you ground the bridge. Okay, so bead that, that's yours. Sounds pretty darn good to me. We'll go to another 2500 one that's going to France. So we'll start on the clean channel. Now go to the British. So you can still hear that hum until I ground it. Okay. So 2500 definitely has more punch than 9, but man, I'm not sure it's worth it. It's so hard to wind the pickup, and it's not flat anymore. Like, it sticks out on both sides, so it's not going to fit. Now this one, 3600. And it does stick up a little bit again because, well, it's got a lot of wire, but also because the wires, you know, are meant to go down into the box. So the base is a little bit, let me see. Well, the treble is a little higher off the box than the bass is, so we'll see. I'm imagining it's going to be a little less bass playing. And we're going to be the clean channel. The British channel. A lot more hum. Okay. Pretty hot. Now, I'm going to try going back to the lowest one, but I'm going to put it really close to the strings, because that's what it was made to be, close to the strings. Now, we'll do a thing or two for sure. So this is the 900 one. I'm just going to build it up a little bit to have it closer. So all I did was just raise it up a little bit to where it should be. Just a little bit underneath the strings. So that's the clean jack. And going to the British. Okay, well my vote is having a 900 and having it close to the strings, because it's so much easier to make, and it's really meant to be that way. So I had to get, you know, a lot more hassle to do this. So that's how I'm going to start making them. I'm no longer going to try to get 2,500, 3,000 and have something that I have to carve the box out. I'm going to go for 900 like Elmar did and just have them really close. So that means that if you're going to be in the bridge position, you're going to have to put a big old shim under there so it gets right under the strings. So if you're complaining about a flat pup or my imitation flat pups not being punchy enough, that's mostly because they're too far away from the strings. So build that up, and that'll keep me from having to go crazy and ruin all of that. So, BDAV, hope you enjoyed this, and if you all have any questions, fire them at me. This was a learning process, and for me, it's like, wow, you know, we have this idea that we really want these pickups to be hot so that we can hear ourselves, right? And you can get that by just raising the pickup closer to the strings. Okay, so Elmar, thank you for the inspiration with the original Flatpup, and I'm just going to keep putting them out just like that. 1,000 ohms, 900 ohms, instead of trying to get something that is unrealistic for a super thin pickup. If you want something that's 3,000 ohms, then you're not going to get one that's this style, that's this thin, okay? So, anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know. Keep rocking.